Kelly Osbourne is breaking her silence and fiercely defending herself after what should have been a powerful, emotional night at the 2026 BRIT Awards turned into a storm of online cruelty, body shaming, and harsh speculation. On February 28, 2026, Kelly stepped onto the stage in Manchester alongside her mother, Sharon Osbourne, to accept a Lifetime Achievement Award on behalf of her late father, Ozzy Osbourne. It was meant to be a tribute to one of rock's most legendary figures. Instead, the internet shifted the spotlights onto Kelly's appearance, and what followed has become one of the most talked about celebrity controversies of the year. Kelly Osbourne, who has grown up in the public eye since the early 2000s reality show The Osbournes, is no stranger to scrutiny. For over 2 decades, her weight, her style, her voice, her relationships, nearly every aspect of her life has been dissected in headlines and comment sections. But this time, she says it feels different. This time, she says she is enduring the hardest chapter of her life, and the criticism cuts deeper than ever. Just months ago, in July 2025, Kelly lost her father, Ozzy Osbourne, the iconic frontman of Black Sabbath and one of the most influential figures in heavy metal history. His passing shook the music world and devastated his family. For Kelly, Ozzy wasn't just a legend, he was Dad. And at the BRIT Awards, standing on that stage without him was both an honor and an emotional trial. When Kelly and Sharon walked onto the BRIT Awards stage, the audience rose in applause. Sharon delivered an emotional tribute, calling Ozzy one of a kind and thanking fans for decades of love and support. Kelly stood beside her mother, visibly moved, her voice steady but her eyes reflecting the weight of grief. She spoke about her father's legacy, his humor, his resilience, and how much the fans meant to him. It was a deeply personal moment broadcast to millions. But within hours, social media began buzzing, not about Ozzy's legacy, not about the tribute, not about the award, but about Kelly's body. Photos from the red carpet and the stage appearance circulated rapidly, comment sections filled with speculation. Some users said she looked too thin, others questioned her health. A few went even further, using shockingly cruel language. Instead of compassion for a grieving daughter, many chose to analyze her face, her frame, her posture. Kelly saw it all, and she responded. In a powerful statement shared on social media the day after the ceremony, Kelly wrote that there is a special kind of cruelty in attacking someone who is clearly going through a painful time. She said being criticized while grieving feels like being kicked while down, and she made it clear that she will not allow herself to be dehumanized. She emphasized that she is navigating the hardest period of her life. She reminded followers that grief changes people emotionally, physically, mentally. She questioned why anyone expects someone mourning a parent to look the same, smile the same, or function the same. Her words struck a chord. Many fans rallied behind her immediately, flooding her comments with messages of support. They praised her courage. They shared their own experiences with loss. They condemned body-shaming culture. But others doubled down, claiming they were just concerned, and that sparked another conversation entirely. When does concern cross the line into intrusion? Kelly has been open about her health journey over the years. She has spoken publicly about her struggles with addiction, her recovery, her dramatic weight loss transformation, and the pressures of Hollywood beauty standards. In 2020, she revealed she had undergone gastric sleeve surgery, explaining that it was a personal choice and not something she felt ashamed of. At the time, she faced criticism and praise in equal measure. Since then, she has repeatedly expressed frustration at how much attention people give to her body. She has said before that her worth should not be measured by her size. And yet, here we are again, with her body becoming the headline instead of her father's legacy. Adding to the emotional weight of the moment is the fact that Kelly is also a mother. She welcomed her son in late 2022 and has spoken about how motherhood transformed her perspective on life. Now, grieving her father while raising her own child, she finds herself in a deeply complex emotional space, one that most people cannot fully understand, especially from behind a screen. Sources close to the family say the BRIT Awards appearance was incredibly difficult for Kelly. She wanted to honor Ozzy, she wanted to be strong for her mother, but she knew it would be one of the first major public events without him. The pressure was enormous. Sharon Osbourne has also spoken out, defending her daughter fiercely. Sharon, who has always been known for her unapologetic honesty, reportedly expressed anger over the online attacks, saying people have no idea what Kelly is going through. She emphasized that grief manifests differently for everyone. Some people eat more, some eat less, some struggle to sleep, some withdraw socially. Judging someone's body during such a time, she suggested, shows a lack of empathy. The broader public reaction reveals something uncomfortable about celebrity culture. When celebrities appear in public after trauma, the audience often expects resilience and glamour. If they look too polished, they're accused of not grieving enough. If they look tired or thinner, they're accused of being unwell. It's a no-win situation. Kelly addressed that paradox directly. She stated that the mere fact that she was able to get out of bed and attend the awards should have been recognized as strength. She said she should not have to defend herself for existing in a body that reflects stress and sorrow. And this isn't happening in isolation. The entertainment industry has been under increased scrutiny for how women in particular are judged for their bodies. From red carpets to Instagram posts, every angle is examined. Experts in mental health have long warned about the damaging effects of public body commentary, not only for the celebrity involved, but for the millions of viewers absorbing those standards. For Kelly, who has spent most of her life under the microscope, this moment feels like a breaking point. She is no longer the rebellious teenager from a reality show. She is a 41-year-old woman who has battled addiction, found sobriety, become a mother, and now buried her father. Her statement did not apologize, it did not shrink, it demanded compassion. And it sparked debate across entertainment media. Morning shows discussed it, pop culture podcasts analyzed it, social media users argued about it. Some framed it as a necessary stand against cyberbullying. Others claimed celebrities must accept scrutiny as part of fame. But that argument overlooks something essential. Grief is universal. Ozzy Osbourne's passing marked an era in rock history. Tributes poured in from musicians across generations. Fans shared concert memories. Music charts saw renewed streams of his greatest hits. The BRIT Awards' decision to honor him with a Lifetime Achievement Award was widely praised. Yet the focus on Kelly's body momentarily overshadowed that tribute, and that is precisely what she finds so painful. She wanted the night to be about her father's music, his influence, his humor, his spirit. Instead, headlines began centering on speculation about her health. Close observers say Kelly has been trying to maintain privacy while also honoring her father publicly. It's a delicate balance. She is grieving privately but living publicly. Every photo becomes evidence. Every appearance becomes material for commentary. Psychologists often note that public figures experience amplified grief. The mourning process is complicated by constant observation. Every tear can become a headline. Every change in appearance can trigger rumors. Kelly's frustration reflects that reality. She also touched on a deeper issue, the normalization of online cruelty. She questioned why strangers feel entitled to comment on someone's body during a vulnerable time. She pointed out that criticism disguised as concern can still be harmful. Supporters have argued that her response is part of a broader shift in how celebrities are handling online attacks. Instead of ignoring them, more stars are speaking out. They are naming the behavior. They are challenging the narrative. At the same time, critics argue that public platforms invite public commentary, but that argument fails to address the line between commentary and cruelty. The BRIT Awards moment itself remains significant. Sharon's emotional tribute included powerful language celebrating Ozzy's uniqueness. Kelly's presence symbolized continuity, the next generation honoring the previous one. It was meant to be a moment of pride and remembrance. For Kelly, that pride now sits alongside hurt. Insiders say she is focusing on her son and family. She is reportedly leaning on close friends and keeping a tight inner circle. The Osbourne family has weathered many storms over the years: addiction struggles, health scares, public controversies. This is another chapter, but perhaps one of the most painful. There is also speculation about Kelly's future projects. She has hinted at creative work in development, possibly music or fashion collaborations. Whether this controversy impacts those plans remains to be seen. What is clear is that she is determined to not let public commentary define her. The incident also reignites the conversation about how women in entertainment are judged differently than men. Male artists often appear gaunt or aged after grief without the same level of scrutiny. Female celebrities, however, frequently face immediate body analysis. Kelly's message challenges that imbalance. As this story continues to unfold, one thing is certain: the conversation about empathy in the digital age is far from over. The BRIT Awards were supposed to close a chapter in rock history with celebration. Instead, they opened a conversation about grief, image, and humanity. Kelly's voice in this moment is firm. She refuses to be silent. She refuses to accept cruelty as normal. And whether one agrees with her or not, she has forced the public to confront the way we speak about bodies, especially during times of loss. This controversy may fade from headlines in weeks, but the issues it raises will linger. Social media culture isn't changing overnight. Celebrity scrutiny isn't disappearing. But moments like this chip away at the assumption that famous people owe the world emotional perfection. Kelly is grieving a father who shaped rock music history. She is raising a child who will one day read about this era, and she is choosing to stand up for herself in the middle of intense public observation. The question now is whether audiences will reflect on their role in the cycle of commentary, or whether the next red carpet will simply repeat the pattern. For now, Kelly Osbourne has made her stance clear. Compassion matters. Grief is not a spectacle, and no one should be reduced to their body during their darkest moments. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.